Coming up on Women's World. Walking for Gender Equality. The International Women's Day Walk. Soroptimist International Port Moresby. Women breaking barriers. Female camera operators. Working in a male-dominated profession. Challenges they face.
There's challenges, the long hours.
Their achievements, their stories.
It was my son that every morning I woke up to, just to see him, just to provide something for him every single day.
Good evening, I'm Sasha Pesilovo. Those stories now on Women's World.
Women are determined and persistent.
Tonight we begin our program with highlights of the International Women's Day Walk in the capital city of Port Moresby. International Women's Day is commemorated annually on the 8th of March, representing an opportunity to celebrate the outstanding achievements of women and providing an avenue for the calling of greater equality for women around the world. This is the time to uphold women's achievements, recognise challenges and focus greater attention on women's rights and gender equality, to mobilise all people to do their part. This year's International Women's Day highlighted the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, a historic roadmap signed 20 years ago by 189 governments. The declaration sets the agenda for realising women's rights. The Beijing Platform for Action focuses on 12 critical areas of concern and envisions a world where each woman and girl can exercise her choices, such as participating in politics, getting an education, having an income, and living in societies that are free from violence and discrimination. Events are held globally to mark International Women's Day, with themes that vary and are specific to the political, economic and social context of localities, and encourages appropriate actions to recognising and advancing women. The theme of this year's International Women's Day is the clarion call of UN Women's Beijing Plus 20 campaign. Empowering women, empowering humanity. Picture it.
Gender equality and women's empowerment is a required condition for the success of any global agenda. It is also required for the success of Sustainable Development Goals, which will be implemented from 2015 to 2030. We are the first generation with the possibility to end poverty and the first generation with the possibility for fundamentally changing the power relations between men and women. These are two sides of the same coin. They propel each other. The world needs full equality so that humanity can prosper. Empower women, empower humanity. Let's picture it. An equal world and an equal world for all.
In Papua New Guinea, the International Women's Day was commemorated through various events, which included the PNG Women's Forum, held from the 9th to the 11th of March at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Port Moresby. In celebrating the advancement and recognition of women all around the world, Soroptimist International Port Moresby hosted the peaceful 5-kilometre walk in observance of the 2015 International Women's Day.
But this year we thought we'd do something different in the walk. It's raising awareness, talking about women's equality, and it's gender equality really. Trying to raise awareness that male and female are the same. Also, we wanted to do something where we could get all different sorts of people together Like sometimes when we decide to host something, it's only a certain caliber of people come, and that's not the point. A walk, anybody.
Soroptimist International is committed to a world where women and girls together achieve their individual and collective potential, realizing aspirations and have an equal voice in creating strong, peaceful communities worldwide.
We need more people to come to our meetings. We hold a meeting every third Saturday at the Ella Beach Hotel from 2 o'clock. So membership works, you have to come to 3 meetings, you have to be involved in one of our projects, and then you're offered a membership. We work a lot with settlements, so we go out to the settlements, we interview the ladies, we try to understand where the needs are. A lot of ladies, they don't understand their own value. We try to find out what their passion is, and so then we help them get into courses like cooking, sewing, housekeeping, and then we're helping some women get into computer courses. So what we're trying to do is develop them, increase their self-confidence so they can go out and look for paid employment. So within our group, we also then start working with our contacts to get them paid employment. With Port Moresby group, we have a lot of expatriate women, and sometimes that's our greatest strength, but it also becomes our greatest weakness because ladies of Papua New Guinea don't want to join because they feel threatened, and that's not the point. We're here for them, and we want more PNG ladies to join us. We'd love all these young girls. There's so many young girls who are passionate about everything. We'd love them to join us.
Women are determined and persistent.
Me as a Papua New Guinean, it is an event where all women is put in the forefront. And actually I came out here under this banner, Women on the Move. We try to encourage women out there to get out and give 1 hour of their time to themselves. Before, when they're fit, they go back home and they have a kid family. Because the mother is more or less the captain of the house. So every time she thinks of everyone else except her. So we, Women on the Move, try to encourage women to get out there. There's 24 hours in a day. 1 hour, give it to yourself. Get up 5 o'clock. We meet at Sports Inn, and we take 1 hour for exercise. And also we look at healthy eating. I've lost about 9 kilos since I've started, and I'm aiming to lose another 10 kilos. So when I get fit, I can do a lot of things. Women are brave.
Women are resilient.
Women are strong.
Women are strong.
Women are ambitious.
Women are great.
Mary, stop now. You may start. Me saboti walk Lord Mary.
Gandhi, another great Indian, said that governments and people who are in authority should never do anything that would bring a tear to the eye of a child. And when I think about this fight that is so important I'm so glad to see you and to know that my government supports it. I just wish that we can do something to get more partners in the process and that we can be the change that we want to see in this world. Thank you very much.
Violence against women continues to be an issue for the East Asian Pacific region. First of all, gender equality is a human right. We are, as citizens, as individuals, as governments, obligated to provide protection to our women and young children against violence in any form. Secondly, the economic costs of not acting to end violence against women are very high. We have many estimates from around the world that show that if we actually end violence against women, we have greater productivity. For example, the Reserve Bank of Fiji has estimated that the cost of violence against women and girls is 7% of the GDP. So that's a pretty high cost for countries to bear. Thirdly, it's not just for economic productivity, but help in all sectors of development. You can see benefits in education. Women participate in the labor force, much healthier, much happier, much more productive, and feeling safer. A fourth reason is that data from around the region, evidence, indicates that inequalities continue to persist. Child marriage continues to be an issue. 1 out of 5 young girls is married before the age of 18. There are remote areas, there are mountainous areas in our region where girls are routinely abused and young women are routinely abused. So we have large bodies of evidence that indicate we should be focusing on this issue.
Du même endroit. I can hear you, Jerry, but I get nothing on the night.
In Kigali, she wakes up, she makes that choice. In Hanoi, Natal, Ramallah, in Tangier, she takes a breath, lifts up her voice. In Lahore, La Paz, Kampala, though she's half a world away, something in me wants to say, we are one woman, you cry and I hear you. We are one woman, you hurt and I hurt too. We are one woman, your hopes are mine, and we shall shine. In Wallace, she speaks the truth. She reaches out, then teaches others how to. In Jaipur, she gives her name. She lives without shame. In Manila, Sultan Hamburg, though we're different as can be, we're connected, she with me. We are one woman, your courage keeps me strong. We are one woman, you sing, I sing along. We are one woman, your dreams are mine, and we shall shine. We shall shine.
And one man he hears her voice, and one man he fights her fight. Day by day he lets go the old ways, one woman at a time.
Though We are one woman. Your victory lifts us all. We are one woman. You rise and I stand tall. We are one woman. Your world is mine, and we shall shine. Shine, shine, shine. We shall shine. Shine, shine, shine. We shall shine. Shine, shine,
Women are determined and persistent.
Women's World brings stories of phenomenal women who continue to inspire, motivate and empower women and girls throughout Papua New Guinea, celebrating the achievements of women from all walks of life. This is the story of remarkable young women who have crossed major occupational barriers and gone into a traditionally male-dominated field in the workforce. Their story speaks volume of the strength, the courage and the bravery of PNG women in overcoming obstacles to achieving their career goals. This is one story out of many that show how women are coming out into the open and being more independent and assertive, breaking away from traditionally distinguished and culturally prescribed roles. There are breakthroughs in traditionally male-dominated jobs like the Papua New Guinea Defence Force, police force, engineering and other occupations, one of which includes the role of camera operators. A camera operator plays a crucial role in television. No camera, no pictures, no television. Camera operators use a variety of technical and creative skills to record video shots for film, television, sporting events, news, documentary productions, and the list goes on. It's not as easy as it looks. It takes highly skilled professionals to get the job done and to do it right. How many of you have ever heard of a woman cameraman? That question was promptly answered when pioneering female camera operators began to correct the assumptions about women's technological abilities behind the camera. Female camera operators have always been a phenomenon in the media and film industry. The same can well and truly be said about the media here in Papua New Guinea. EMTV, Papua New Guinea's first free-to-air television station, now wholly locally owned, employs a number of female camera operators. These women are not only proving to be exceptionally good at what they do, but they have broken barriers to hold roles once predominantly held by men, two of whom are Margret Bacca and Natasha Jim.
My name is Margret Bacca. I am 27 years old. I am from Normanby and Sariba in Milne Bay province. I come from a family of 7, in which I am the firstborn.
I'm Natasha Jim. I'm 25 years old. I come from Moraba and Central, and I'm a camera operator with EMTV.
What do you enjoy most about being a camera operator?
I enjoy everything about being a camera operator. There are different aspects to this job, and everything that we do as a camera operator, it's all interesting, from taking shots to the end product of editing.
Great, now let's talk about how you started your career, how you got into the TV industry.
I've always been exposed to the media industry. My dad has been working in the media industry for as long as I can remember. I practically grew up at Garden City, coming here. My dad would always show me around. MTV has been like a second home to me and my siblings.
How did you actually get into this industry?
For a start, I used to operate F-post machines for a horse race company. After 4 years of working with them as a F-post officer, I just wanted a change with employment. I just wanted to do something more, work out in the field rather than sitting in one place and just seeing the same old environment around me. I just wanted to move around more often. I needed to explore the potential I had.
Who are some of the mentors that you've had so far in the job who've really supported you, who've really helped you to become, the camera operator that you are today?
My boss, the line manager himself, Mr. Bacca. Also, the senior guys that I looked up to was Paula, who was one of the guys who had a big impact in teaching me of how to operate a camera and all that. But Arnold was like every single day, continuously on us, like, you have to do this, you have to do that. I know you can do it. And like, he kept pushing us, and as a father figure himself, just like talking to us, it was like a father talking to a daughter. And he's like, if the guys can do it, you can do it. You just have to push yourself to do it.
So what's the best thing about working as a female camera operator?
First, foremost, I would say would be the challenges that come with operating a camera. And it's like when you go out on the field, you're a female and you have to go against all the males. Well, my biggest challenge would be trying to work alongside the male and trying to step up to their level.
The biggest show that I have filmed so far is Vocal Fusion. Last year for Vocal Fusion, I was the floor manager. This year, I'm doing camera work. It's long hours and it's a lot of heavy equipment carrying. It's our job and we take pride in doing it.
Coming up, working on the set of the biggest TV talent show in PNG.
Filming a show is different from filming a sporting event.
They love the hard yaka like everybody else, like the guys do. And
next on Women's World.
Women are determined and persistent.
MTV's Vocal Fusion, now in its second year running, is by far one of the most watched and closely followed TV talent shows in Papua New Guinea. And if you're one who never misses an episode of Vocal Fusion, you now know that Margret and Natasha are part of the crew that films the show to have it aired on TV and online for you to view.
the girls that are working with us here currently for MTV's Vocal Fusion, they love it. They love the hard yaka like everybody else, like the guys do, and they do exactly the same work as the guys. They set up their own cameras, they pack up their own stuff. They actually carry their own equipment. The equipment are very heavy, and these girls are like Hercules and Xena, and, everything put into one. But yeah, it's cool working with girls. We should have more camera girls in the media industry. They're very attentive, and they just pick out what they need to do, and they're off and they're doing it. Whereas the guys, you tell them, hey, do this, and they're doing something else. Hey, do this again, do this again.
Filming a show is different from filming like a sporting event. It has to be more creative, and we have, one of the best directors that directing us. So there's like different types of shots. A director will call for anything different, off the top of his head, and you have to be willing and able to give him creative shots. For us, watching the singers grow every week, it's nice for us. So we're proud of the singers.
Has your singing improved in any way? I mean, I've caught you many times singing.
I sing for my pleasure. No, I used to sing for my dad though. Hymns.
Hymns?
Like gospel songs.
Yeah. So that's another side of you, right? That's probably one of the things that you enjoy doing. Which, leads me to my next question. What do you get up to when you're not working?
I'm actually a very boring person. In my spare time, the only thing I do is sleep. Or watch Glee. I'm driving everyone crazy with my watching all 3 seasons of Glee.
One of the greatest challenges for us is balancing our careers and our personal lives, and it is hard because we have so many responsibilities with our family: to cook, to clean, to do the laundry, to tend to the husband, to the children, and to the in-laws as well. A lot of us women find that to be very demanding and very stressful. How do you cope with that? Your responsibilities as a sister, as a daughter, and balancing that out with your career, your responsibilities here at MTV.
So I'm still living with my mom. My mom is awesome. I love you, Mom. I work long hours. I wake up very early to go to work, and my mom and my partner are like my alarm clocks. So my partner wakes me up first, and my mom, she's like my snooze button. She wakes me up the second time again. And usually it's my mom waking up for me. So. But also lucky to, honestly, my mom is just really good because I get home, I'm tired. I know she goes to work as well, she's tired, but she still manages to cook and do everything for me. I am very thankful for my mom, and I appreciate everything.
How do you best handle all the responsibilities as a mother, and you work very long hours as well?
Because I have a very supportive family. They understand the type of job I'm doing, and it's like every day I go back home and I just tell Mom, oh, this is what we did, this is what happened. And then sit down and just ask them about what happened with my son, how is he been at home. And they actually I learn from them what my son's been through or what he does around the house. Because I have a supportive family, I get through my job well.
To see young girls coming into this industry. I've been in the industry for the last 27 years. Just like any other jobs, any other industry, like now you find mechanics to be some female mechanics in the industry. Truck drivers, I know some female drivers who drive semi-trailers. It's very challenging. There's so many technical things you need to know about the camera itself and situations where around your camera, the environment. You have to adjust the camera and yourself to suit those situations. So it's a very challenging job, and as for me personally, I'm really happy and good to see young girls taking on the challenge.
They've been doing very well. They've been helping us carrying equipments that are heavy that even some of our boys can't carry, and they carry. They've been filming, editing, and directing as well.
Coming up, pioneering female camera operators. Filming the PNG Games, next on Women's World.
Women are determined and persistent.
The world's pioneering female camera operators mostly started out as actresses before them taking up cameras. Some of the world's pioneering female camera operators include Grace Davison, an actress for Astor Film Corp, who was the first female camera operator in the United States. She went behind the camera in 1915 to film a number of one-reel comedies. Mary Pickford, a Canadian motion picture producer and actress. She was the driving force behind over 200 films and co-founder of the film studio United Artists and one of the original 36 founders of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. She was one of the Canadian pioneers in early Hollywood and a significant figure in the development of film acting. Looking back in history to when women began to step out and take on the role of operating cameras in the early 1900s, one can only wonder why female camera operators are still the exception in film and TV. Being a professional camera operator is a highly skilled job which requires many qualities. It's not just a case of looking down the camera viewfinder and shooting. Many people think that's all there is to it, but in reality, this is just the start. For Margret and Natasha and the other female camera operators of MTV, they not only operate cameras and film, they also carry out other roles as well, which includes editing work.
I was trained by senior camera operators here, who are all senior camera operators, editors and directors here. So it's been good this past 2 years.
It's a privilege for us to have them. They've been working closely with us as seniors. They're doing very well. We've got a big setup to do tomorrow.
You work in such a demanding field. What are some challenges that you've come across?
Challenges would be the long hours. When you're doing a show, recording a show, we usually finish very late, sometimes midnight or sometimes the next morning. And there's the packing to do. And then you still have to come back the very next day to do other jobs. The biggest event I filmed for was the PNG Games. And we filmed for 2 weeks. We did the opening and closing ceremonies. And then we did 2 hours of live broadcast every day, plus news.
It's wonderful tracking shot from our dolly camera, spinning around to give you the best quality pictures from Leh. It's been a tough technological challenge from the NTV crew, the logistics and setting up the satellite links. But we're doing it, and you're seeing these pictures live nationwide, courtesy of MTV, the official broadcaster. Just again on for the minor placings to qualify for the next round, and it's Tracy Harakabe from the Eastern Highlands striding up very confidently, but it's definitely not a single carol from the Eastern Highlands province. Looks to be where the East Secret cover, so I have a guess it says that is still up to.
The greatest thing that I witnessed was the live broadcast that we did every day for 2 hours. Most of the viewers who watched it didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. Having stories to put, sometimes we'd have little technical difficulties, but then we had to get that on time, because we had to go on air at 12 to 2 every day. Behind the scenes, we had the producer and the director and the engineers. We'd all be running around back and forth, trying to sort out equipment and check out lighting and everything. So it was chaotic before those broadcasts and then during news. So before news, trying to get everything right, having our uplink ready and set, and because we were throwing live here to Andy Howe, one of our directors here, for 2 weeks for the news. So we all had to be in sync with each other, inlay and over here.
You start early hours of the morning, as early as the sun rises. That was the timing that we started. We go back home late. It was around 9 o'clock, going up to 10. That's when we arrived back home. It was like, it's a big thing. It's a new thing to me to experience such events where you have provinces from all over Papua New Guinea that come into play.
People really do not understand how much work is put in just to put 30 minutes of live broadcast, on TV. Did you get to meet some of these, the athletes, the officials?
I did. We met a lot of the upcoming athletes and a lot of our big athletes here, like Dikatoa, Toya Whistle. She was always there. And I took a team photo with Team Jiwaka because they've never seen a female camera operator, so this was the first time for them.
Women are determined and persistent.
The senior operators of this company, the operators, directors, and editors are my inspiration, especially my dad, who did this job, who was here even when he was so sick. He was here working in the presentation department.
Okay, so dad is a really big mentor in your life. Huh?
My dad is.
Very big
My parents have always been my mentor, both.
And not difficult for you? I mean, working under your father. Your father is, is your line manager. Is it difficult for you?
No, not at all. My dad and I draw the line. When we're working, he is my boss. When we're not working, that's when he's my dad, and then I become his daughter and ask him for money and stuff like that.
The normal things that we
the normal
do
things
to our
that
fathers.
Any child would do to their father. Like,
that's wonderful.
Dad, buy me this and that. Yeah.
Okay, so this is only in the house. Away
This
from
is
the
only
work.
in the house right now.
Okay. Now, why do you think there aren't as many women working as female camera operators?
Male-dominated industry that we have sometimes some partners are very demanding that no, you're supposed to stay at home, this is what you do the house job, whatnot. And a lot of women think that I can't do that because I'm a female. It's only men that do that kind of job. And it's men that stay out that late and men come home late. And because I have such a supportive partner who understands me, he supports me in any way he can.
For you as a female camera operator, what would your advice be for other ladies that are watching and are interested in also coming into this industry? Maybe not now, but in the near future.
to have a lot of energy and the willpower to do your job, and it's all about the love of your job.
Yeah, and the commitment.
Yes. All I would say to them is that it's not wrong to do what you feel that you want to do, or to chase after your dreams, or to try something new. You can always. If anyone can do it, then why not you?
You most probably get asked this question a lot of times. You know, this is something that I'd like to know. What inspires you? What motivates you the most to get up every day and do this job day in, day out, despite all the obstacles that you've had to overcome? What's the driving force? What keeps you going every day?
My inspiration would be the viewers and all the senior operators, directors, editors here who have been doing this for a very long time and who are still doing this today.
The person I wake up to every morning and I get emotional when I talk about him, it would be my son. I went through a lot just to get to where I am right now, and it was my son that every morning I woke up to, just to see him, just to provide something for him every single day.
Okay, so he's the person that you think of every time you get tired, you picture your son. I mean, because I really admire camera operators, not just the females, but the males as well. I see you standing there long hours, you don't complain. And in my head, I'm thinking, how do these people do this? They can stand there in one position for, 8, 9 hours and not complain. So I've always wondered, what's the thing that drives you to do that? So for you personally,
it's my son. Yeah.
You are beautiful. You are smart. You are funny. You are kind. You are unique. You are worthy of love and affection. You are never too much, and you are always enough. You are precious. You are a diamond, a rose, a pearl, the most stunning of all God's creation. You are worth more than you could ever imagine. Worth more than the numbers on the scale, or the hair product you use, or the shoes you wear. More than how many girls wish they were you, or how many guys wish they had you. More than the price tags on your clothes, or the percentage at the top of your math test, or even the number of followers you have on Twitter. Your worth surpasses all earthly things, because in the eyes of the Lord God, you are loved, and you are worth dying for. Regardless of who you think you are. Whether you model in a magazine, or you model pottery with grandma. Whether you're on the hot list or the not list. Whether you're head cheerleader or a high school dropout. Whether you're Miss Popular, or you've never had anyone you could call a friend. Whether you love yourself and love your life, or you can't stand to look in the mirror and you feel as if everything in your life is falling apart. Whether you're such a winner, or you feel like the world's biggest failure, regardless of who you think you are. The reality is that you deserve someone who would give up their life for you, because you are powerful and strong and capable. Read about the women in the Bible: Esther, Ruth, Martha, Mary. These women changed the world forever. And inside of you, each and every one of you is a woman with that same power and that same strength and that same world-changing capability. And your responsibility is to find that woman and to set that woman free. This is who you are. And any voices in your mind that try and tell you differently are from the enemy. And the next time you hear them, this is what you say. You say, "Nuh-uh, not me, Satan. I am a daughter of the living God, cherished, loved, and adored above all things by the Creator of all things for the glory of Him who is greater than all things. I am awesome." And please, don't you forget it.
Continue to inspire and empower you. Please visit MTV Online to view this episode again on www.mtv.com.pg. If you'd like to get in contact with us, visit our Facebook page, now showing on your screen. You may also email or follow us on Twitter. We also invite your comments and feedback on any one of our stories. Until next time, on behalf of the Women's World team, I'm Sasha Pesilovo, wishing you a pleasant evening. Good night.
Out on the ocean, sailing alone, traveling nowhere. You've been running on hard ground, with just you around. Your heartbeat's the only sound. But I know once in a while we will find the sound of your heartbeats with mine. And when it's time, I'll leave the ocean behind. So I